All right, hello guys, welcome back to this channel. Let's look at how you can finish JAMB syllabus under 30 days. I know you're surprised. Yes, let's look at how you can plan yourself, plan everything about you. And under 30 days, you'll be able to complete the JAMB syllabus for all the subjects that you are going to be writing in this year's JAMB. And the first thing you want to understand is that you must have a good grasp of what the JAMB syllabus contains. So you must go online and download the JAMB syllabus. Or you can even join our community where we have shared the JAMB syllabus or break down the JAMB syllabus for this year's exam. So you must have a grasp of what the JAMB syllabus contains. The next thing you want to do is to create a 30 days plan. Now within these 30 days, you want to have a structure of what topic and to what extent you want to cover that topic for per day, right? So if a day you want to determine how many hours it will be convenient for you to read and how long or how much of the topics should you cover per subject in a day. You also want to decide if you want to attend to all the different subjects at once. It all depends on you. The next thing you also want to do is to prioritize your high scoring topics. Now you must take note that there are some topics which you can do well at. So you are going to be dividing that syllabus by these different subjects and topics. So you will be assigning topics to each day, and that means that you can have 4 subjects and within the 30 days. And these 4 subjects, you can have math, let's say for instance math, English, issues of English, biology and chemistry. You'll be treating it every day and you'll be spending probably 2 hours on each of them every day. Trust me, you can cover the whole syllabus within this period of time. You want to also prioritize on those topics that you know you are going to do well in. For instance, if you know that you're doing well on in a topic in chemistry, you're doing well in redox reaction, you're doing well in isothermic reactions, you're doing well in your basic calculations, acid and base and the rest, then you want to know that you have built a lot of strength in that area. And during your reading time, focus on all those other difficult topics in that particular subject. That way you are building more strength and more capacity to handle difficult questions when they arise. Next thing you want to do is you want to use an active learning platform. So you want to practice questions as you learn each topic. So you don't want to just keep reading without testing if what you have read is retained. Practice makes perfect. So you want to make sure that as you are studying or reading a particular topic, you can find relevant questions in that particular topic as related to the exam you are studying for. Now in this particular instance, JAMB, don't go and be studying relevant questions for WAEC when you're supposed to be reading it for JAMB, especially if you are just going to be writing for JAMB, right? The next thing you want to do is to make sure that you teach yourself concept each time and you read aloud if you have to. You try to summarize your own reading. So you want to make sure that if you've read a topic or you have some definitions you've memorized, you have some equations you've memorized, especially in chemistry, and you have some formulas you have practiced in your own quiet time or silent time, whatever you call it, just carry a plain note and start scribbling out those things you have memorized. That way you will actually know if those things were retained or you just were familiar with them in the moment of the time. But if you're able to bring them back, you're able to regurgitate them back and write them exactly word for word, then it means that they have stayed in a permanent part of your brain. That is what you want to go for. The next thing you want to also do is to solve as many past questions as possible on a daily basis. Now if your target is to cover the syllabus in 30 days, you must make sure that at least you are solving up to 2 to 3 years syllabus or 2 to 3 year past question for each of the subjects you are going to be writing. So it means that from chemistry, you'll be doing 2 years, you solve the questions, you practice the questions, you check the questions you have failed and the ones you have done well in, so that you can affirm your certainty. Don't forget, there are some questions you are not sure of the answer. The answer is looking at either A or B, but you just decided to choose A and you got A. You have to be sure that A is the right answer. So you have to go and check when you are done marking yourself and be sure why the answer is A. The reason for this is because sometimes when you get to the exam hall, you will be glaring at the answer and you'll be like, and I saw this thing and I didn't know if it was A or B that I chose, and I didn't know if what I chose was correct. So you need to confirm every answer or every option that you are not sure of. This way you'll be able to do well. The next thing you want to do is to manage your time properly. Within the next 30 days, you want to create a structure around yourself. you will fetch less water, you will do less of home chores. I believe your parent might not agree with you with this. I believe that's the only way out if you want to cover the JAMB syllabus under 30 days. You might need to dedicate more time to reading, eat more, sleep well, and then read as long as you can. Right? The next thing you want to do is to revise on a daily basis. As you're assimilating new information, you are revising old ones. You are making sure that what you knew or what you used to know before is still there, and you're able to, add more information to yourself. You also want to stay healthy, like I mentioned. You want to make sure that you are eating the right proportion. You are not overloading yourself, or you are not exhausting yourself. And that's where most students miss it. In my university, that I noticed that most students fall sick during the exam period. Why? As at that time, they eat less healthy food, they eat less frequently, and they spend more time trying to, read and assimilate more. The brain is a machine. Without the necessary energy, it will not function optimally. So you need to feed well. You need to take more of food that contains more of sugar that will give you more energy. Personally, I prefer to take maybe Coke or snacks in between, just to have the energy to read for long, and then when I'm tired, you rest. The last thing I'm going to mention is the best of all. You must make sure you understand what time works for you. Some people are day readers, others are night readers. Now, don't deceive yourself that you're a night reader, especially when you have tried it once or twice and you notice that you have been sleeping or dozing off every time. So check, do you find it convenient to read during the day, or is it that you want to read during the day but the environment is not conducive? So you need to just relocate and look for a convenient environment or conducive environment. I remember when I was writing my JAMB, I had to go to a school that was abandoned. During the holidays, I just go there, sit down, very quiet. I read for hours, and after, when I'm done, I go back home and rest. I didn't bother myself reading most of the night. By 10 already, I'm sleeping. By 6, I'm awake. I read for the next 3-4 hours. I wake up, come back to rest, go out to the school during the day, and then come back later in the evening. So this way, if you can maintain this cycle, you notice that you will study for about 6 to 9 hours every day. It is possible that you can cover the JAMB syllabus in 30 days. Practice what I have. If you have any question, we have a community where we have a WhatsApp, so just do well to join the community, join the channel, and make sure you subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up. My name is Akinbola Ezekiel, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Thank you.